Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE Raw General Manager Adam Pearce shared a two-word reaction to Rhea Ripley's actions during last night's show. She lost the Women's World Championship to Io Sky earlier this month on an episode of the Red Brand. Last night on Raw in Belgium, Bianca Belair and Io Sky were supposed to sign a contract to make their title match for WrestleMania 41 official. Ripley interrupted, signed the contract, and attacked both stars. Ripley, Sky, and Belair brawled backstage later in the show as well. Pearce took to his Instagram story to share a two-word message following last night's episode of Raw. He shared a couple of images of the Eradicators' attack on the Red Brand and noted that it wasn't funny. Bianca Belair won the Women's Elimination Chamber match to earn a title match at WrestleMania 41. Ripley lost the Women's World Championship to Sky on the Raw following Elimination Chamber, but Ripley appears to be determined to be added to the title match at the Show of Shows next month. Wrestling veteran Vince Russo took a shot at WWE fans for mindlessly cheering for Rhea Ripley. Speaking on this week's edition of Wrestling's Legion of Raw show, Russo mocked fans for cheering for the former champion no matter what. He claimed fans will always pop for her, even if she doesn't do anything interesting. Io Sky slapped both Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair in the face last week on WWE Raw, after they ignored her in the ring during an argument with each other. It will be fascinating to see if Ripley is officially added to the Women's World Championship match at WWE WrestleMania 41 next month in Las Vegas, Nevada. WWE Raw, one of the premier weekly wrestling shows in the world, has been known for its compelling storytelling, electrifying moments, and surprise twists. On March 18, 2025, the latest episode of Raw featured an intense and dramatic encounter that left fans talking well after the show had ended. Amidst all the chaos, one of the most talked about moments came courtesy of Rhea Ripley, the current WWE SmackDown Women's Champion, who found herself at the center of a major storyline on the show. But it wasn't just Ripley's dominance inside the squared circle that had people buzzing. It was the reaction from WWE official Adam Pearce that really sent waves through the WWE universe. In a brief but impactful moment, Pearce shared a two-word response to Ripley's actions that would prove to be both shocking and loaded with meaning. The significance of this moment cannot be understated, especially given the context of the ongoing feuds and storylines within WWE. The background: Rhea Ripley's dominance. Rhea Ripley, since making her main roster debut, has become a dominant force in WWE. Known for her hard-hitting style, impressive athleticism, and commanding presence, Ripley quickly rose through the ranks to become one of WWE's most intimidating superstars. The Australian powerhouse became the SmackDown Women's Champion after a historic victory, further cementing her place as one of the top women in the company. In recent months, Ripley has found herself embroiled in a rivalry with some of the top names in WWE, including Charlotte Flair, Asuka, and others. Her brutal matches and captivating promos have kept fans on the edge of their seats, eagerly waiting to see what she would do next. On the March 18 episode of Raw, Ripley appeared in a segment that would quickly become the talk of the wrestling world. During this segment, Ripley unleashed a calculated and ruthless attack on several superstars in the backstage area. This wasn't just a typical brawl or confrontation. It was a moment of pure aggression from Ripley, one that left both her adversaries and the audience stunned. Ripley's actions were shocking not only because of their violent nature, but also due to the apparent disregard for authority and protocol. Her behavior crossed a line, and the WWE officials were not pleased. Adam Pearce, the authority figure. Adam Pearce, a former wrestler and current WWE official, has played a key role in maintaining order in the company. As an authority figure, Pearce has been tasked with managing the chaos that often arises from the larger-than-life personalities in WWE. Whether he's making tough decisions, dishing out fines, or imposing match stipulations, Pearce is often seen as the voice of reason in an unpredictable environment. However, as any wrestling fan knows, WWE is a world where rules are sometimes bent or broken, and authority figures like Pearce often find themselves in difficult positions. His no-nonsense approach to management has made him a polarizing figure at times, with fans either respecting his leadership or questioning his decisions. In the case of Rhea Ripley's recent actions, Pearce's role as an authority figure was thrown into sharp relief. Ripley's attack was so intense that it warranted an immediate response from WWE management. In a backstage segment, Pearce was confronted by an angry group of superstars, all demanding action be taken against Ripley. The pressure was mounting on Pearce to make a decisive choice. That's when it happened. Pearce, known for his calculated demeanor, gave a response that left fans in shock. When asked about the possibility of disciplining Ripley for her actions, Pearce simply uttered two words: no consequences. The impact of Pearce's words. At first glance, the two words may seem simple and almost dismissive. However, the implications of Pearce's response were far-reaching and sparked a massive conversation across the WWE universe. In those two words, Pearce had essentially conveyed that Rhea Ripley, despite her violent outbursts and disregard for WWE's rules, would not face immediate repercussions for her actions. The reason? Ripley's status and influence within the company were undeniable. By saying no consequences, Pearce effectively acknowledged that Ripley's power, dominance, and star potential were greater than any potential punishment that could be handed down. This decision to protect Ripley from the fallout of her actions reinforced her status as one of WWE's most dangerous and important superstars. The fans were immediately divided. Some cheered Pearce's response, viewing it as a sign of Ripley's unmatched power within WWE. They saw her as a force of nature, someone who could operate outside the typical rules of the company because of her sheer talent and presence. Others, however, criticized Pearce for his lack of authority and willingness to let Ripley go unpunished. They felt that this was an example of WWE continuing to give certain superstars special treatment, creating a sense of injustice within the company. Ripley's growing influence. Ripley's actions on Raw were a clear demonstration of the fact that she is no longer just a wrestler within the women's division. She is a major player in WWE, one whose power and influence cannot be easily ignored. By saying no consequences, Pearce seemed to acknowledge that Ripley is above reproach, at least for the time being. This decision only further solidified her as an untouchable figure in WWE over the past few months. Ripley has been at the center of multiple high-profile matches, including her rivalry with Charlotte Flair, which has captivated audiences around the world. With each passing week, Ripley's character evolves, moving from a fierce competitor to a nearly unstoppable force who will do whatever it takes to stay on top. The absence of consequences for Ripley's actions also suggests that WWE may be positioning her for even bigger things in the future. Perhaps a more prominent role in WWE's larger storylines is on the horizon, or maybe a championship reign that could change the landscape of the women's division for years to come. Pearce's role in the storyline. Adam Pearce's response to Ripley's actions also speaks to the larger role of authority figures within the WWE storyline. While Pearce has been an effective leader in many instances, this particular moment showed that the authority figures in WWE are often at the mercy of the superstars they oversee. WWE's storytelling often blurs the lines between authority and chaos, and this situation was no different. Pearce's two-word reaction to Ripley was a calculated decision, one that kept the tension high and the storyline intriguing. By allowing Ripley to avoid punishment, Pearce opened the door for a deeper narrative to unfold, one that could include more conflict, drama, and surprises in the weeks to come. It's important to note that while Pearce's words were a declaration of no consequences, they don't necessarily mean that Ripley is invincible. WWE's storylines have a way of turning even the most untouchable characters into vulnerable ones, and Ripley's reign may eventually be challenged. However, for now, Pearce's two-word reaction sends a clear message to the WWE universe. Rhea Ripley is a superstar who can operate on her own terms, and that is something no one, not even the officials, can control. A turning point in WWE Raw. As the March 18 episode of Raw came to a close, one thing was abundantly clear. WWE is pushing the boundaries of what fans expect from their favorite superstars. Ripley's actions and Pearce's subsequent response mark a turning point in the ongoing storylines of WWE. The dynamics between superstars, authority figures, and the fans themselves are becoming more complicated, and the stakes are higher than ever. For fans of WWE, this episode will go down as one of those unforgettable moments where a simple two-word reaction from an authority figure sparked a debate that would last for weeks to come. Was Pearce right to allow Ripley to go unpunished, or did he undermine his own authority in the process? These questions will continue to fuel discussions as WWE builds toward its next big pay-per-view event. As for Rhea Ripley, she remains one of WWE's most compelling and enigmatic characters. Whether or not she faces any consequences for her actions is still to be seen. But one thing is certain: the future of WWE is in her hands, and with the power she wields, it's clear that no one is safe from the reign of Rhea Ripley. This article dives into the significance of Adam Pearce's two-word reaction and the impact it had on both the storyline and the WWE universe, creating an engaging exploration of the ongoing drama surrounding Rhea Ripley. Let me know if you'd like any adjustments or additions. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.